Exodus chapter 21 verse 33. When a man opens a pit, or when a man digs a pit and does not cover it, and an ox or donkey falls into it, the owner of the pit shall make restoration. He shall give money to its owner, and the dead beast shall be his. Here, so you dig a pit, because you need water, so you dig a pit for water. But you don't put anything around it so that it's a danger, right? And animals come around and they fall into the pit and they die. Okay, well, then this ultimately the dead beast. So in this case, he died. It's not just a question of the calf is in the pit and you need to get it out. This animal died ultimately, right? So what needs to then be done? You need to make restitution. Everything is restitution, restoration. You pay what this animal is worth. If it's the prize bull or something like that, it's going to cost a lot of money. You need to pay for it. You need to make restoration. So you give money to the owner, and the dead beast ultimately belongs to you. Now, yeah, I can just imagine trying to get rid of they have the best. I'm speaking of these things because I grew up on a farm, where my father, that was kind of important. They are having the best ox and winning competitions to go the first prize and stuff like that. So your beast ox always comes second, so you go and you dig a pit so this, and you try to lure him in so he will die, and then now your ox can win. Yeah, I guess you always get nefarious people, but again, it need not happen, and you're going to pay a heck of a lot of money for that, right? So you can just have the best ox. And okay, I did tell the story of this little girl there in Russia in the introduction. I don't want to repeat it, but just in that case, it was not an ox. It was a real human girl who died because of the love of money of the owner of. Understandably, it's impossible to prove. It always can put me liable here for something. But that's what everybody in the village, again, believed, that this would happen, because it was just too coincidental. But anyhow, whatever, the people were forced to dig this hole for the garbage. The girl fell into it after when the snow melted, and she drowned. Yeah. Verse 35. When one man's ox butts another so that it dies, then they shall sell the live ox and share its price, and the dead beast also they shall share. So in other words, he comes along, this ox comes and he hits another, butts another ox, rams another ox, whatever way you want to call it, and this ox dies. And what you need to do, you share. You don't kill the live ox, you sell the live. So you don't give it to the other guy, you sell it. The money that you get for this live ox then ultimately will be shared. Now, I don't know how many people want to buy an ox like that, because, well, yeah, it might then be apt to gore and kill other people as well, which in the end it might end up in stoning and whatever. But still, maybe this is not such a serious case, or something else happened and you can still take care of this, or the other guy is willing to do this. But you lose. The dead beast needs to be shared, the meat cut half, and the other animal sold, money is shared as well. It seems stupid to us, but in their society, agricultural society, this is a very important thing, to know what to do under those circumstances. We might think of, you have a car or a price set of books and something, and someone starts a fire and it burns out or something. How do you compensate? This is kind of the things addressed here. Verse 36. Or if it's known that the ox has been accustomed to gore in the past, and its owner has not kept it in, he shall repay ox for ox, and the dead beast shall be his. Okay, so in other words, you go back then to the previous example of the ox falling into the pit. The dead beast is, and you pay for the restoration for that animal ultimately. So again, this is not the killing of a human. If it's killing of a human, then the people there determine how much, what's the price for this. But if it's just a killing of another animal, then cut off, share, pay, sell, give half money here, or whichever amount of money. But if we knew this is an ox has been doing this a number of times before, always got away with it, this time it's not going to get away. This other animal died, so you pay now for that ox and you get the dead ox in return, which you, yeah, sure, maybe can use for meat or stuff like that. But A dead ox is not going to be inseminate another ox, which ultimately you are losing out on the deal. On long term, you're losing out the deal. You eat the meat now, it's gone. Living live ox can breed other oxen, and ultimately, and that person then gains through it. So it's a smaller long-term loss. It's not just you think, oh, it's just an ox for an ox kind of idea. No, but the other one is still alive, right? And so you can still make money out of it. So yeah, that is chapter 21. I'll just do the conclusion part somewhere else. I don't exactly know where, but that is still only the conclusion part left to this chapter. So okay, unluckily this previous part now it's out of focus, but you can still hear me, and I think that's the most important part. So I'm just recording now here the Lhasa waterfall, and you can see it in focus ultimately, and not out of focus as was the case with previous my recording. I'll just add this to the end, and you can at least here see how it looks in focus.